All right, guys. Here on the Kendra Crump Show, I'm always getting a special guest. This person I have, he's tall, he's dark, and he's very handsome. Okay, he's got hoes from different area codes. You know, Ludacris got that from him. Okay, he's worth $2 million, and he's got a black card on the way. But he don't want none of you hoes. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, because he knows y'all some gold diggers. Okay, so I got the wonderful, the very talented Mr. Traci Augustine.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
How are you? Thank you so much for spending time with the HNIC.
I'm doing well. You know, the head nigga in charge, invited me to, be on here. So
that's right. Put some respect on my name.
Yes, ma'am.
Put some respect on it. Okay, so I wanted to do this interview with you so your fans and people who don't know about you can get to know you and who you really are.
Okay.
You know, I know you've been in the game for how many years now?
I'll say about 2.
2 years?
Yeah,
2 years.
2 years strong.
Two good strong years, associate's degree. Okay. So you've been in the game for two good years, and I'm sure you've done like a plethora of interviews, and I'm sure you've done some that you didn't like and some that you did like, or whatever else it may be. So I wanted to make this I want you to be as comfortable as you can. I want this to be a just relax and kick your feet off. You can curse as much as you want. You know, you can say whatever you want. You know, don't matter. If you want to say Tupac's alive, you can say Tupac's alive. Okay, Don't really matter what it is. So tell the people. Let's start off from where you're originally from. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and raised in Clarksville, Tennessee. Which it's not that big of a difference. They're literally right there. It's all an army town. So
okay.
Clarksville's an army town. Then there's Oak Grove, and then Hopkinsville. So military people live throughout all 3 cities. You know what I'm saying? So
got it.
Yeah, I lived in Bloomington, Illinois for a few years. Yeah.
All right.
Moved from there to
How far away is that from Chicago? About a couple of hours?
About an hour and a half.
Okay, not too bad.
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
When's the last time you've been to, you said where city in Kentucky again?
Oh, Hopkinsville?
When's the last time you've been back home there? Like where your birthplace?
I ain't been there probably 2-3 years.
Okay, well I guess we gotta do a road trip then, right?
Definitely, yeah. No, I ain't been there in 2-3 years because I had friends that lived there, and I just kind of disconnected from them and everything like that. And then the city's very very small, nothing too much to do there, but house party and everything like that. And
the original Kid and Play.
Yeah, turning up one time for the
you come off as a type who would do like life of the party when it came to these house parties, or were you more the reserved guy when it came to the house party? Like,
it's crazy. I was more reserved because of the people, the crowd I hung around with was reserved.
Got it.
So I was reserved. I was forced to be reserved. Well, not so much forced. It was, to fit in, you had to be, but now it's just like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're reserved around me or if you're not reserved around me. I'm turning up. Either way it goes. Even if I feel like being reserved, I'm turning up. So, yeah, no, I was definitely more so reserved when it came to going out and having party. I was the guy standing back on the wall, mean mugging everybody, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
And then were you successful again, like chicks' numbers as well? Or they would come to you, or how?
I've always been good at that. I just and I never.
You got the juice.
Yeah. I never been the one to let them come to me. Like, if they did come to me, I kind of didn't. I was one of those people who didn't like when women approached me. Because because like, even though I feel like you like, as a woman, you like what you like, but for me, it's kind of weird for a woman to walk up and be like, oh, you're cute, we should date. Like, that's kind of my job to, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if you walk up and ask me for my number okay, that's cool, but I usually like to be the one to make the first move, so I was always...
So that's very old school.
Yeah, I've always...
But I think the reason being is because a lot of women, men are shy. So you might be feeling a woman and you don't want to go up to her because you don't know if she got a situation going on.
Yeah.
Or because I've had dudes tell me that, and they're like, why don't you just go up and say something to him? The worst he can do is say no.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. I've been told that too, because there's been times I have not wanted to holler at a person. just because, you know, oh man, like one thing I think guys have a terrible thing of doing is putting females on pedestals. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of guys put a lot of these females on pedestals, and they shouldn't be put on these pedestals. Mm-hmm. Like for me, I used to do that all the time. I'd be like, oh, she's beautiful. I have no business talking to her. Or she looks mean, you know, so I probably wouldn't have a success. Or she's with her friends, you know. Forget all that.
Of course.
Just go, you
it's
know, just approach.
Going through your mind.
Yeah, just approach, because most likely if you approach the girl and she with her friends, the friends gonna go crazy anyway, because
that's true.
It's like, hold on, he was so nice, he was so girl, like, so it's, you know, definitely you gotta cut. Sometimes you gotta cut the shy stuff out and cut the shy stuff out and just go for what you want. And, you know, cause me, I'm not shy or unsure. You know, I know what I want, so when I see it, I'll go get it.
So let's since we're on the topic of that, like when it comes to relationships and what you want and everything else, because I know you got some ladies probably in your DMs throwing their drawers at you, taking pictures of it, say hey, or when you go perform at these shows, you probably got women, you know, it's just raining draws. You know how that song Raining Men, raining draws. So here's my question for you.
Gotcha.
What type of woman, you don't have to list everything, because you know, this is what I've learned a long time ago. People will more times than not, will pretend to be something that they're not.
Yeah.
You know, just so they can be with you. You can list everything if you want, or list characteristics. What's something as you become older now that you want in a woman? You know, in I don't know if you want to get married or not, but your future companion.
You know what's crazy? I've always been the guy that was different when it came to women. Mm-hmm. So most of the guys, they're like, from what I've seen, my taste in women and what everybody, so I haven't, you know, really ever dated an unattractive female. But my preference when it comes to a female would be how she acts, how she like, if you're a lady, you want to be with me, you have to carry yourself as such. You can't, you know, like, I'm not one of those guys that likes the female with your chest hanging out and your ass hanging out. Like, nah, you know, if you're a lady, I want you to dress like one, act like one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in today's
no
age,
Instagram thoughts.
Yeah, no. I mean, at the same time, if you're doing it for the money, because there's a difference between the people who do it for the money and the people who are doing it and actually going out here just body. Yeah. You know, so if you're doing it for the money and it's all on social media, cool. But when you in the streets, you're dressing accordingly, or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a sophisticated guy. I like the classy business women. I like to see a woman in a suit, a pantsuit or something like that. A nice, you know, top with you know, what's them skirts called?
Blazers?
Yeah, like the blazer with the skirt on, with the high heels, like lawyers type.
Okay.
Like, I like that.
That business type.
Yeah, any female that is very strong in business, and it's about her business, I'm all for, and definitely willing to talk to.
Okay.
Because for me, I mean, I'm a man about my business, and I mean, it's not even always about the money. It's not about the money at all. It's just about, like, what Jay-Z said. He said, "What's better than one billionaire? Two." So if I'm a billionaire and you about your money, but you're not a billionaire, eventually you're gonna become a billionaire.
You should be motivation for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me ask you this: has there been a woman who came close to being your lifelong partner, like with the stuff that you had just characterized? Has any woman come close, or almost could have been there, but she kind of got away, the one that got away? Yeah and no.
Okay. Yeah and no. Just because, you know, when it comes, I'll say a lot of females, when it comes to this career, can't handle that. Can't handle the pressure.
That's
can't
true.
Handle
That's
the
true.
fact that, you know, I'm a singer. I'm around a lot of people. A lot of people automatically assume that I'm supposed to be this party animal. I'm supposed to just be around a whole bunch of females, supposed to be fucking all the time, and that's not what it's all about.
That's not your forte. That's not your move.
That's not what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, the type of music I make, it might be to a woman very loving and caring. Like, I mean, like, so much stuff is tailored towards sex. I can make those type songs. It's easy for me to make those type of songs, but I want to make feel good music.
You want to do stuff out of the box.
Yeah, I want you to make, so it in a sense, as a musician, like I said, females can't take that pressure. So it's always a question in your head, like, are you doing this? Are you really at the studio? Are you really, like, when you go somewhere? Yeah, when you go somewhere, are you really going? Who are you with right now? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's.
And they get upset if you don't text them back in 2 minutes. Yeah, come on now, I'm busy, I'm working.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, I love a female who can understand that. Like, especially when it comes to, like, being a busy person, because you got those people. I don't like to say busy. I like to say productive person. Okay. Because being busy and being productive are two different things. You know what I'm saying? So, I like a female who understands that I'm being a productive person in society, and I'm trying to better myself and get the best possible situation out of everything that I'm doing for my family as well. And for a female to understand that, that's probably one of the sexiest things you can do. You know what I'm saying? Because if the roles were reversed, I'm all for understanding. I'm very understanding. You know what I'm saying? And communication goes a long way as well. So if we can communicate and everything's out there on the table, I'm honest with you, you honest with me, you upfront about everything that you got going on, that's, hey, we in there, we in the bag.
In there like swimwear.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm glad that you're saying this, because like I said, a lot of women aren't going to understand what really comes with being someone who is in the industry and really out there making it, stuff like that. Once you get, are you verified yet on IG?
No, not yet. So I'm definitely working on it. I'm close.
You're very close. Before the year's over, you're gonna be verified.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So once you get 100,000 or 1 million followers, like once you start going to, have you been out of the country touring? Out of the country yet?
No. Nope.
Once you start touring out of the country, I'm like, it's gonna be real, and it's like, okay, can you handle this? And that's the thing about relationship. You just gonna have to trust.
Even in country. You know what I'm saying? I've been to Miami hosting spring break, performing on spring break, and a lot of these people, you would think a lot would go on in Miami, and even at that point in time where there was nothing going on for me, it was very easy for me to be like, yo, I could pick this person, that person, this person, that person. Like, you see how easy it is to be a celebrity, because I'm standing with Jacquees on in the VIP section.
You're standing over him because he's like,
yeah. That's hey, cool dude. That,
he is. But, shout out to Jacquees.
But we in Cameo, we was in Club Cameo, and we was in a section. He had like a hell of people with him, but we was in the section, me, him, and then Ari was like a few, like a section over. So we standing there, and I'm just watching him, and like he literally just scoping out the room, and then he point. They playing his music. He point, and he tapped the dude on the shoulder, start talking to him. Girl come over. They start talking like, God. I'm like, dang, okay. And me already being in that atmosphere, it's like, okay, I'm just watching. I'm a student of the game. I'm watching the people who do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not out here just trying to pick motherfuckers, but at the same time, just the environment's fun. So I had the opportunity to do all of this, but really just not taking advantage of it, because you see everything, every type of woman there. The women with the fake asses, the women with the real asses.
Can you tell the difference between a real one or a fake one? Because I can't really tell a difference unless it's like very noticeable.
Depending on the female,
okay,
you can definitely tell. You have to be you don't have to be a connoisseur, but you gotta be very versed in women's bodies. Like I love studying the woman.
What's your favorite body part on a woman, if you had to choose?
Oh man, the vagina.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's always lovely. That's always the answer. Great. Yeah, great.
It's crazy because I talk to so many people about, like, you see so many people with fetishes, and I feel weird because I don't have one. It's like I just love the pussy. Like I love it. Like I can't. Like it's something totally different. Like most guys, are like, oh, feet, titties. Like, nah,
Oh yeah.
Well, I like the ass too. But yeah, no. But no, definitely.
As soon as you see that beautiful pink. Well, it should be pink, right?
Yeah. No,
okay. Definitely. I mean, I don't know. I'm not looking into.
No, I'm just, I mean, it's not even. I just like if I was like the face, like I love everything about a woman. I can't even really like. I love pussy, but everything about a woman to me is amazing. Mm-hmm. Everything, like down from the head down to the toes, everything about a woman is amazing. So, but when it comes to like telling if a woman's ass is fake or real, I can definitely tell. Now there are some that get it done very well to where you can't tell.
There are some like that.
But at the same time, if you know how the human body is and the human anatomy is, you can tell. Because
I've been fooled a couple times.
Most people have like you might have
curvature,
roundness. Yeah, you might have round body. I mean, a very Coke bottle shape with a nice butt. A regular female, right, that works out. You can tell a butt that works out, but that doesn't, and a butt that's been worked on. The butts that have been worked on don't have, like you said, the cellulite. Mm-hmm. They don't, and they're slightly bigger than the average regular person butt. Mm-hmm. Depending on, again, your anatomy, and your genetics too. So
that's true.
Yeah, so I definitely can tell. Now I could be fooled. Anybody can fall. Be like, oh yeah, that's real right there.
Well, all you gotta do, here's the ultimate test: get your penis, slap it across. If it hurts once you slap it, it's fake. All right, is that steel in there? Okay. All right. Okay, so let's talk about. I want to go back to, childhood. When did you first discover that love for singing? Like, when did you know, okay, I'm good at singing? Who encouraged you or inspired you?
A lot of my teachers, a lot of
you were in choir?
Friends. Yeah. Well, went to my aunt's church when I was younger, and I used to sing in the choir. But like as I got older, like high school, I was in choir like my whole time there. Like, I was playing sports and in choir, and like choir dang near took over sports. Like I loved the choir that much.
What sports were you playing?
Football, basketball. That's it.
And did you have any dreams to go to the NFL or NBA?
The NFL. I didn't really like basketball that much.
You were like the tall guy.
Yeah, I was a tall guy, so everybody was like, "Oh yeah, you need to join the team." It's crazy. I was one of the tallest players, and it's crazy when you actually think about it. Me and Steph Curry are around the same height.
You're what, 6'3"?
6'3", 6'4".
Okay.
So we're around the same height, right? In high school, that made me one of the tallest people in my school. Mm-hmm. And everybody else is like around 5'10", 5'11". And then you go to all the other schools, they're around the same height. No, you had a few people who were around my height. Then, like my freshman year, we had Alex Porthos that he played at Northeast.
Okay.
And he was 6'8".
Oh, okay.
So you got somebody like my size doing jump balls with somebody that's 6'8".
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
It does not make sense at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah. I shouldn't be a center. I don't think I should be a center. I'm not built for it.
So more so you were like the forward or?
I was not. I was a center. I played the center position, but I shouldn't. Then I realized when I got to college that would change. And then if I was to go to the NBA, that would definitely change. I'd become a point. So I wasn't taught handles. And all that.
So that means I could beat you then. Good.
No. I got my handles up. It's crazy. After I graduated high school.
You say that now. We going to play and then you going to get drugged and I'm supposed to embarrass you now. Got beat by a girl.
Hey.
Have you ever got beat by a girl before?
In what?
In basketball. In football. Like she tackled you or she,
No, not football. No, football.
Did a spin move on you?
Nah, football. No, definitely not. But basketball, I think it's one girl, call her JJ.
All right, JJ. Shout out.
Cold. She was cold. She was one of the best from middle school, high school. She was one of the best, to me, hands down basketball players that we had at Kenwood. From handles to shooting to everything. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never really talk to her or be cool with her. We was cool, but we wasn't like cool, like, how people have like their immediate friends. I wasn't like one of her immediate friends, but to me, she was one of the best basketball players. And I say, like, when we did go 1-1, man, at that point, I was using my size, to try to win. She just step out behind the three and just shoot.
Keep on shooting on
Yeah, I couldn't do it like that.
Do you know what she's is she did you keep up with her like later down?
Nope.
So hopefully she made it to the WNBA.
I don't think she did.
Oh no.
I mean I see her, but I don't, she back home. But I know she did, yeah. I think she was playing college ball, but I don't remember.
Didn't go, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember too much after that. But yeah, she probably one of the only females that beat me. I had a friend, Ebony.
Hey, Ebony.
She was like, my freshman year, I was like 6'1", 6'2". Mm-hmm. She was every bit of my height.
Wow.
Like,
have you ever dated a woman who was taller than you? Because some men, they say they like call climbing the tree or something like that.
Man, I honestly believe that would be dope. I seen this one girl. She was like 7'1".
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she played for some college team or something. I was like, man, she was tall. I was like, man, she's dope. Any girl that's tall, I literally walk up and tell, hey, you are beautiful. Just because, like, you don't see that many.
It's rare.
Females taller than you.
It's rare.
And you're already tall. Like,
it's rare.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta think, if you're a 5'5" guy, 6, 7, 8, okay, you got girls around your height to 6 foot. But you're not gonna be a 6'3" guy seeing females that are 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'7".
It's not that often.
Yeah, at all. So it's like, man, I have to. Every time I see them, it's just like, if you're my height or taller, you might get a compliment from me. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
Yeah. No,
is it enough to say, hey, put your number in my phone for I don't want to know more? You hit him with a
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I might hit him with that though. Put your money. Hey, put your number in my phone for I don't want it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, my mind moves quick.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So you say you had your teachers. Are there any teachers that you remember specifically that you want to give thanks to for actually helping you?
Oh yeah,
encouraging you to keep on going.
Miss number one. There's so. I mean, there's like 3 major teachers.
Okay, go ahead.
From high school.
Shout them out.
No specific order because I don't want nobody to feel like, you know what I'm saying. But Miss Bird.
All right, Miss Bird.
No, she'll get the top. She'll get the top spot because if it wasn't for her, man, I probably wouldn't have. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have graduated, but I wouldn't have been able to do the stuff in choir that I wanted to do. Like her teaching me how to read music made me a better reader overall. It made me a better singer overall. Like she molded me into this great singer. So Miss Bird definitely gets the top spot. I will always and forever love Miss Bird. Like she's just the best music teacher, choir teacher in the world. You know what I'm saying? So to me, there's not you can give me the best professional vocal coach. I choose Miss Bird.
Miss Bird over everything.
Man, for real, because she just like, man, before show, we prepping for shows, prepping for everything for in school. Man, it was that she taught the dedication that it takes to be great in a show, in a performance. The type of work you have to put in. You might know the song, but how are you going to actually perform and execute this song to the best possible ability without messing up, without, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, she definitely, instilled some great work ethic qualities in me. Coach Peters, football coach, man. When I was going through some tough times, he was there for me. Man, I broke my when I got my foot broke, man. I got depressed, man. He kept me pushing, man. It was crazy. So it was.
Does your foot still bother you at times?
No, not at all. I'm cool.
Okay. You weren't street fighting, were you?
No, I was on the football field.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
if
on the football
if
field.
you ever get into a street fight, let me know. If you feel like somebody gonna run up on you, do the bird call. I'm there.
Hey, I got a couple people that ain't gonna let nothing happen. You know what I'm saying?
Good. Okay.
Yeah, no, Coach Peters, he's definitely been just somebody I keep in contact with to this day, man.
Okay.
He's a solid brother, and great mentor. He man, his work ethic is insane too, man. I'm talking about when I had dreams to go to college, he was the one prepping me. He was the one, like, even though I was a defensive end, he was the one like, okay, this is what you're going to do. Because I had the defensive end coaches, but I was also a receiver too. So in order for me to be great as a defensive end and a receiver, you know what I'm saying, I had to work with them and him. But I trusted him, and he was like, oh yeah, this is what you're going to do. This is I constantly ran footwork drills with him, constantly ran hand drills with him. Working out constantly just to get big. I went from like literally the defensive ends coach. They was they wanted me to be bigger. They had me on defensive end just because I was fast. I ran like a 4.4 5.40.
Did you do track as well? Or?
No.
Okay.
No, just so I had ran a 4.4 5.40, and I was 6'2", 6'3" at 145 pounds. It's very skinny. But
that's almost crackhead right there,
yeah, it's very skinny. So coach, I'm fast, but coach, Peters was like, yo, you want to get to the next level, you got to put on some weight. So like the program over the spring and summer, he had me bulk up. I went from 145 to 200 from the spring to the summer, just pure muscle.
And I'm sure along the way you hated him, like, man, why you keep making me do this? But
hey, it was worth it. But then when I got injured, all my aspirations to be a football player just left. Because I played from a child to being in high school, now getting scouted to getting injured, and I can't play this whole season.
Oh, that will get you into depression.
So it's like, yo, what am I going to do? I'm in high school thinking about what am I going to do? What's the next thing? But my backup plan was music anyway. And then people ask me what my backup plan is for music. I don't have one.
This is it.
It's it. It's either this or this. You know what I'm saying? And there's no I can invest my money in any and everything in the world. I know how to invest. I know how to do all that, but when it comes to music,
look, I'm glad you are. You're one of the people who's smart with your money, because there are people who will go broke once they get that big check.
Yeah. No,
don't
definitely.
be no MC Hammer child.
No, I definitely won't be. Yeah, but music is just one of them things where it's like I'm one of those people. I got to be great at one thing before I can move on to something else. And for music, that's what I want to do. I want to impact the world and be great at that before I move on to start doing other things, you know what I'm saying, acting and all that. But I mean, I do acting now, modeling stuff now.
Of course. So, will we ever see you like in I think, what is it, like Tommy Hilfiger, or like how you have male models? Like underwear male.
Hey, listen,
the sky's the
I can model for you right now.
Hey, watch out when you know the space. Don't make me get wild now. Don't make me get wild now.
Those are definitely some dreams too, man. Definitely underwear modeling, being on the front page of the sports magazine. Definitely want to do stuff like that. Just for having a great physique, and then just. I just want to be
GQ,
on.
that's why I was thinking about
GQ as well. GQ as well, man. Shout out to GQ. Hey, look for me. I definitely have aspirations and dreams to be the biggest in any and everything that I touch when it comes to touching anything.
And who was the third person? You gave me
Coach Peters and Miss Bird.
And do you still speak to Miss Bird?
I have not spoken to her. I'll see her on social media every now and again, but I have not spoken to her. Other teacher, kind of forward, but
we can do 4.
Okay, so there's Miss Choate.
Miss Choate. So who was Miss Choate to you? Like, what did she?
She was a dope teacher. She was one of those teachers that if you didn't want to do your work, you could go to her classroom and just chill. Like if she had like a free period and during that class.
Wait, hold on. Wait, is Miss Cho still working?
No.
Okay, good. I'm like, don't you stitch on this woman now.
No, not at all. She left the end of my junior year.
Okay, she's retired now.
I think so.
Okay.
She went to Florida, and it kind of upset me because I wanted her to be there my senior year, but I had started working with this artist, and I wasn't even gonna be there for my senior year, so I kind of, I started. I actually went online to do school, to travel with him and everything.
Got it.
Yeah, I went online to do school and everything, to travel with him, work with him. So Miss Choate was definitely a big influence. She was just a fun teacher, and she got me into, a better work ethic as well. Trying to keep me on track. Like when I actually broke my fifth metatarsal. That's what it was. That just it got stepped on.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was trying to go for a sack.
Did you cry?
No, it's crazy, the feeling of breaking that bone. Some people, I guess, the pain is different. When you apply pressure to it, it's almost a numb feeling, but it's a shocking feeling. So it's like you can't. I can't describe it, but I could not walk. But I was pissed.
You had to learn how to, like, with physical therapy.
I didn't do physical therapy. It was more so I was hard headed. When they put my foot in the cast, I started walking. They was like, "Don't walk on it." No, I'm walking. Literally, I didn't want to be on my crutches or nothing. But when I did that, Miss Choate, the whole year, there were some teachers that did not, like my first period teacher, Miss Willie. I don't care. Fuck her.
She's 2020.
She's 20.
If you could describe it, if you could describe 2020 as one of your teachers,
she's 2020, bro. Like nobody liked her at Kenwood. Like if you had her and you knew Miss Willie, bro, you did not like her.
Oh, she just needed a good
bro,
point.
She left the school the next year. That was her first year ever teaching. My year when I had her was her first year ever teaching. She was fresh out of college. Went to Northwest the next year. I could not stand her. I broke my fifth metatarsal. My doctor's appointments are my second period. My second period teacher didn't have a problem. Had my work ready for me.
Okay.
She was like, "Well, if you're not going to attend my class, I'm not going to give you my work to make it up." I told the guidance counselors and everybody, move me from her class because I'm not going to do her work. They said no. I promise you, I failed her class with a 23%.
Really?
I wasn't playing.
Okay.
I was not playing.
I felt worse, but good.
Yeah, I was not playing. I was not playing because I'm not going to help a teacher because the teachers get helped by the students doing good.
That's how they get paid.
Yes.
Okay.
So and that's how when as a teacher, if your students aren't performing at the best of their abilities, or kids in your class aren't showing good progress or showing good grades, you can get fired for that. You know what I'm saying? Me, I didn't care because you don't care about my grades. You don't care about me making up my work. So I don't care about none of that. So Miss Choate, she went around on the days that I was missing and everything, got all my work for me, had it ready for me, and she would literally I would stay after school and she would help me do all my homework. So it was not giving me the answers, but help me with it because she was very great at math. She was one of my math tutors as well, reading tutor. So yeah, Miss Choate and then Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson was just an amazing science teacher as well. So those are my 4 favorite teachers, and those are the 4 teachers that I think about all the time that push me to greatness. Okay. There are a lot of teachers that did say that I wasn't going to be too much when I grew up, but those were the 4. Those were the 4 that were like, yo, you got it, kid. Miss.
I believe in you.
Oh, Miss Wright too. Miss Wright, she was great
Wright.
too. Yeah, Miss Wright too, and her husband, Mr. Wright. So yeah.
Shout out to the Wrights.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Miss Bird, Coach Peters, Miss Choate, Miss Johnson, and Miss Wrights. Yeah, Miss Wright and Coach Wright. Yeah, definitely amazing people who had an amazing impact on my life. Throughout my high school career. So
okay.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, when you said that you went through that depression for a small time period, who was there to help you along the way to keep you motivated and keep your head up? Like your parents, your siblings, or did you just was it God, or what kept you in high spirits during that time of healing?
Miss Bird. Miss Bird.
Okay.
Because I couldn't come to terms with the fact that I could not play football for the rest of this year. And literally I played football I did well the first half of school because I wanted to play football. You had to have good grades to play.
Of course.
So I made sure that I had A's and B's, you know what I'm saying, the A's, B's, and C's that first, half of the year. Second half, I didn't care. But, that first half, like, Miss Bird was just, I constantly inquire, singing, doing it, man. I ended up focusing so hard on choir. Man, I got, my first year in choir, I got a bunch of solos. My first year in choir, I went to Quad State. And everything like that. So it was amazing. Then like to come back and then to get injured, Miss Bird was just right there, keeping me on task. Like, oh, if you don't do this, you're not gonna be able to sing at this next performance that we got going. If you don't do your classwork, you're not gonna do nothing, none of that. And I'm like, come on, I gotta, So she forced me to do the work that I didn't want to do, and she was going through a lot at that time too. So to see her fight through the things that she was going through, and not only, I'm a kid in high school that has no obligations, but she has a family, she has a kid, and she's going through a lot mentally. Just watching her, she was just like she was definitely a person that inspired me to, this isn't over. You know what I'm saying? I'm be able to walk soon. I just wish they'd take this cast off today, so I can run on the football field, because I'm mad, so. But I definitely stayed in the weight room as well. So, yeah.
I understand. So, okay, well, good. I'm glad that you did have somebody who was there despite the things she was dealing with. Because sometimes, when it comes with people and the issues that they have going on, you have to learn you can't take it personal. Because even if they want to help you, they can't, because maybe they don't know how, or maybe what they have going on is they feel like it's more important than what you have going on. But I'm very glad that
that was my mama at school right there. Miss Bird was my mama at school, so definitely. I definitely work hard to make not only my family proud, but the people who work so hard to help me out proud as well. So because if I was to quit today, anything, I'd be letting a world of people down.
Yes, a lot of people. Did you have a lot of support from your immediate and extended family when you told them, "Hey, Mama, I'm gonna sing"?
Yeah, definitely. I've always had the support of my mom, support of my family in general, but my mom's definitely been one of my biggest supporters.
Good.
No matter what, even when me struggling at times, she was always, like if I fall, there. She was there to pick me up if I'm upset. She's there to, what I'm saying. So yeah, shout out to my mama.
Mom,
but yeah, she's definitely been a huge part of my support system. My aunt, my uncle, my dad, all of them just definitely want the best for me. I mean, at first a lot of my family was like,
they weren't on board with
it. Like you like at this point, like you gotta understand, at this point I was having a kid too.
Happy Father's Day. How many children do you have?
One.
Would you like to have another?
Yeah.
You want to go half on a baby?
We can.
Okay, great. Okay, well let me ask you that. Let me guys, it's just jokes, guys. I know I'm flirty burp, guys. It's just jokes. I'm trying to have the games, baby. Shout out to the game. Anyway.
I ain't playing.
He's really not. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, let me ask you this question. That day that you found out that you were having a child, what was going on? What was going through your mind?
Well, it's funny because the girl couldn't even get in contact with me because I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to hear it because I've heard it so much. Because when I was a kid, I was with this girl for a long time. I was 15. She was way older than I was. But when we were younger, it was like, she was graduating high school when I'm entering high school. So she was like, so I'm
Cougar.
Yeah, so I'm like, so the things that she wanted, I kind of wanted to. I've always wanted to be the big brother to everybody, the older sibling, whatever. So I was like, I want a kid, and then like, one day she told me she was, But this was we were on our last legs in our relationship. We had been together for like 4 or 5 years, and she was like, "I done." She thought I was cheating with somebody I didn't even know. She came to the football game, made a big fuss about it and everything. I don't even know the girl she's talking about.
So she embarrassed you in front of everybody?
Man, what?
Did you get somebody? You want me to slap fire out of her? I know that show. Yo.
No, because the SROs grabbed her and took her on. So it was like the police officers, that was for the football team. They took her, but I called her that night. And I was like, "Yo, we done, man. I can't sit there because her friend was in her ear. She had one of those friends that if I'm not happy, you're not gonna be happy." Mm-hmm. And her friend don't even know me, but she was like, "Oh yeah, he he sing. He an athlete too. He probably with some girls after this, and then some girls transferred from her school that she went to my school, and she pulled up asking about the girl. I'm like, I don't know her. And then I finally meet the girl. This girl is a lesbian, and so then I talked to her. I'm like, yo, old girl a lesbian? And she was like, yeah, I didn't know at that time. I was like, yeah, well, we done anyway. She knew. I was going through it, but then she hit me up one day and was like, oh, I'm pregnant. I was like, oh, for real? So I got back with her. Turned out she wasn't pregnant, and I was like, man, devastated. So then this other girl told me that didn't happen. And then this one girl, she was actually pregnant. Told me she was pregnant, and she told my cousin it was mine, and then she turned around and said it wasn't.
Child, what in the Jerry?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like
Ricky
the whole,
Lake
the whole situation was crazy with that. But then the girl that actually got pregnant, she was like, she hit me up, was like, "Oh yeah, I'm pregnant." I'm like, not hearing it, because I'm tired of it. She gets in touch with my cousin and starts hitting my cousin up. He's like, "Oh, cuz she said this, that, and I don't believe her." So then eventually, I'm like, I start talking to her, and I best thing that ever happened to me. My son, best thing that ever happened to me.
Go ahead.
So,
and is he a junior?
He's the 5th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the 5th.
All right then. Well, that's actually so. Here's my question: does everybody? Do you get called the 4th? What do you get called in the household? Like, since you and your dad have the same, what they call you in the household?
I'm little, and he's big.
Okay, got it. Okay, well that's cool.
I'm little, he's big, and then they call my grandpa when he was living Junior.
Okay.
And then my great grandpa, he's still living, and they call him.
Really? How's he doing?
He's great.
How old is he?
102.
So when's his birthday? When's his next birthday?
He just had his birthday. He just turned 102.
Did you go to his birthday party?
No. I wish him happy birthday on. He lives in South Carolina.
Okay,
he own a whole bunch of land.
Look, we're going to go. We're doing a road trip to his birthday.
Oh yeah,
that
definitely.
Actually, did you kind of grow up with him or spend weekends with him?
Summers.
Okay.
Every summer we would go down to South Carolina and visit.
Okay.
My dad's side of the family, because my mom's side of the family is all in Clarksville, Hopkinsville, and everything.
Okay,
like that, so.
Got it. Yeah. What are some valuable lessons that he's taught you thus far?
Man, it's crazy because a lot of the stuff that I think about now, growing up, you probably would have never thought I was gonna be the guy thinking of talking like it. But just the fact that you can grow your own crops, and because he has his own farm, he has a whole bunch of land. The fact that he grew his crops, he had his own farm, he raised pigs up to eat them. He had cows. All different types of animal, and then how different vegetables he would grow. So he would do all of this to feed the family. You didn't have to go to the market. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to go to the store to shop or anything like that. So, and then my family there is country, so they literally we went to Pigeon Forge. Funny story. We went to Pigeon Forge one day, like a few years ago. Mm-hmm. So they come, we all going out to eat. Mm-hmm. They come with their fishing poles and everything. They're like, oh, we'll see y'all later. They go fishing, catch catfish, skin them, and go cook them at the hotel room. Instead of going out to eat. So they didn't spend money to eat. which is dope. That's dope as hell. They didn't spend money to eat, but you know what I'm saying? It was like, and they teach you. I learn from them all the time, just on social media and everything, just watching how, because it's kind of like the country life is a more simple life.
It is. I wouldn't mind actually living in the country and everything. My mom is from the country, so I like that. It's cool. So what I'm gonna do, because I do want to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm gonna ask you tell us what your fans and everybody, your newcomer fans should be looking forward to for you in the future, the end of the year or beginning of next year.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do fast 5 questions with you, and then we gonna say peace.
Cool.
All right. So what should they look for you like in the future and everything?
Oh, well, right now, I just found out the other day that I am nominated for 2 SEA awards. Slept On Artist of the Year and Mixtape Artist of the Year.
Y'all vote for him.
Yeah, y'all definitely got to vote for me. Traci Augustine. That's an amazing man. When I found out, I was excited, man. I was up for hours and hours. I could not go to sleep that night. So, yeah, that my EP's on the way.
Where can they find you? Off of Apple Music, Spotify?
All of it.
YouTube?
Apple Music, YouTube as well. I'm dropping a whole bunch of videos on there.
You need a video vixen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If y'all know anybody. Definitely dropping a lot of videos on YouTube that got to do with my music, lyric videos, graphic videos. My single Side Chicks out right now everywhere. Go listen to that, stream that, tell me what you think. I'm open to and willing to hear any and every bit of feedback.
From the good, the bad, and the ugly. You can say constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, definitely. Because you can't get better if you don't. You can't.
That's true.
Diaries on the way as well. This is more so of a feeling song. If you need me to be, I'll be your diary. You need somebody to listen to your problems, I got you. Just call on me and I got you.
Okay. All right. And we're gonna get you a bill in the mail too, all right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Any movies, any commercials, anything else?
I'm working on all of that right now.
Okay, so
we're definitely doing a lot of moving around. So by the next time y'all hear from me, definitely got a lot going on. So lend me your ears on the way. Temptations on the way. Mm-hmm. These are both EPs. I got so much music on the way. I can't even go down the list. I'm so excited, man, for y'all.
Just wait and see.
Yeah. Just know there's gonna be some fire in your headphones.
Okay.
There's gonna be some some fire in your headphones, baby.
All right. So question number 1.
Yeah.
Y'all listen. Y'all go stream that now. Before we do that, give out your social media information.
You can add me on all social media platforms at Traci Augustine. That's TraciAugustine. Again, that's TraciAugustine. Traci Augustine, baby.
That's right. Google.com. That's all you got.
Oh, yeah. Google me. I'm tripping.
Come on,
You can Google me.
Go ahead.
You can Google, man. I got hella blogs. Listen, you can Google me, baby.
Okay.
That's all you gotta do. Men, female, Google me.
That's the first thing I did.
You ain't even. That's what you did. You Googled me.
I didn't know if you were legit or not. I'm like, let me go ahead and Google him. Let me see what he talks.
Oh yeah, you Google me. I pop up. Yeah, I'm verified on Google.
He's legit, guys. He's legit. I don't be talking to unlegit people. Okay.
No, she's very legit. I fuck with her.
Okay, first question. What is the best birthday you've had thus far? Because his birthday's on Christmas. Guys.
Ooh, I was gonna say my birthday on Christmas, so it's kind of like every year is cool.
Or around Christmas, what's a really good like month of December type of thing that you've done that was like a birthday celebration?
I went to what is that place called? Dave and Buster's.
Okay.
One year.
Okay.
And it's that was probably one of my best things to do as I grew up. Being an adult, it's kind of hard, doing stuff on Christmas. Like people are like, oh, you can go out and drink. You can drink the whole
go to the movies.
Couple weeks. Yeah, I ain't trying to do all that. I'm trying to turn up. So being an entertainer opens the door, but this whole coronavirus shit, I'm like, hopefully I can do something at the club for my birthday this year. I want to have this big party thing. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. Yeah.
So Dave and Buster's was probably my favorite one. That's fun.
Yeah. Did you win like a stuffed animal, like the biggest prize?
No, I just ate a lot and turned up.
Okay, that's
I think it was my first might have been my 21st birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I drank. I got me a drink, and yeah.
Good. You got a legal. Look. I think when I had turned 21 a few years back, I sent the text and said I'm able to finally do the things like that I've been doing since I was 15 legally. You know. Back to what I was saying. Question number 2. What is a good ass day for Traci Augustine? You could start at night or start in the morning, and it can be as explicit as you want. What is a good ass day for you?
A good ass day for me is waking up.
Okay, that's always good.
Understanding that I'm awake. Mm-hmm. You know, you always got to understand that you're awake, and just when I'm thinking positive and I'm feeling positive, my day's gonna be great. When money hits my bank account, hey, I'm great. My days are great most of the time. You know, today is a great day. Just, you know, being alive, being awake, being able to impact different people's lives. Whenever I'm talking to people and making people smile, laugh, you know, to be able to make people feel a certain type of way that's a good emotion, you know, that's where I get the most satisfaction out of my day. It doesn't really come from too much money or anything like that. It just comes from being able to touch different people, you know, in a positive way. So when you ask me that, that's a positive day. That's a great day for Traci Augustine. When I can touch people in a positive way, and I can enjoy you, or you can enjoy me as a person. Yeah, that's a great day for me. Getting to being able to see my son, talk to him, watching him grow up, working out. What else? Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm you know, I'm supposed to be working on music all the time, but I will procrastinate my ass off playing the game or something like that, which you don't need to be doing if you're trying to be successful.
It's okay.
So,
but at least you're human. You admit it.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, that's a great day for Traci Augustine.
Okay, here's question number 3. Give me your top 5 favorite video games in no particular order.
Madden, Call of Duty, 2K, GTA, and what's one more? I'm gonna throw it back one time. Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
Crash Bandicoot.
Real throwback. Okay. And do you play on live so you got people who can play against you?
Yeah.
Do they know it's actually you, or do you have like a hidden name?
Nah, it's King Traci.
Okay.
King Traci on Xbox, on PlayStation 4 it's King Traci, and then on Xbox One it's I think it's Groovy Traci.
All right, well, get
something
guys.
Like that. Yeah.
What question? We're on question number. Was that 4 or 5?
It was 4.
4. Okay, last one.
I think it was 4.
All right. What was your very first car? It's a 2-part question. What was your very first car? What happened to it? And what's your dream car?
What defines your first car? Like the parents gave you, or the first one you bought?
Parents, or you the one? Okay, we can do 3-part question. What was the first car your parents probably got you? You got your own car, and what's your dream car?
Okay,
and what happened to
my first car? When I was a teenager, my mom gave me her Ford Taurus.
Okay.
It's blue. Got in a wreck, totaled it. I was leaving school and I hit this van. The sun blinded me. So I didn't get faulted for it. And then the dude was parked where he shouldn't have been anyway. So case closed, everything. They ruled in favor that I was not held responsible for it. So yeah, everything was cool on that. My first car that I got was a 1983 Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
All right, Cadillac. It's a
white
white man's car.
Man, white. It's white on 22s, navy blue vinyl top, and I still got it.
Do you still drive it?
Right now, I got to get an alternator for it.
Okay.
That's it.
All
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, it's still drivable. I was just driving it before the alternator went out. So yeah.
Got it. And what's your dream car?
My dream car? Ooh, it's so many, but I'll give you my top one.
Give me a top 3.
My top 3. I've always wanted a Rolls Royce since I was before I even knew what a Rolls Royce was. I seen the 1960 something version.
Got it.
And this old guy was selling it. He fixed it up, selling it. And I told him, I was like, I want that. For my 16th birthday, I want that.
Okay.
Didn't even know what a Rolls Royce was. I asked him what kind of car it was. He was like, it's a Rolls Royce. And ever since then, I fell in love with Rolls Royces. So a Rolls Royce, a Bentley.
Okay, Bentley.
And it's kind of weird. I've always wanted a Crown Vic.
It's okay.
I've always wanted
Ain't
a
nothing wrong
Crown
with
Vic.
that.
Crown Vics are like so dope to me.
Ain't
I don't know
nothing wrong with that.
what it is about a Crown Vic, but they're dope. And a Yukon GMC truck. I gotta throw a truck in there because we talking about cars.
I was gonna say, plus when you have a family, you gonna definitely,
I mean, hey.
You get that truck, fit your 6 kids up in there. Okay.
I want 6.
I feel like you do. All right, well, guys, we're gonna have to go ahead and end this here. We've been doing a good solid close to an hour. I want to thank my special guest, Mr. Traci Augustine, again for being so kind, fitting me into his schedule. I guess he likes me a lot, so that's cool.
Oh yeah, I love
that's cool. I love you too. All right, and follow me, guys. It's just gonna be uploaded on my YouTube, and I need you guys to please follow me. Idolize Dynasty, IDOLIZEDYNASTY, and it was great. Let him hear his story. We're gonna do a part 2 very soon, guys.